Welcome to our Sports Talk ATL Week 4 college football gambling locks. Guys, if you're not here, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, everybody's winning on this show. It's just a show full of winners. We're just dominant gamblers. And it's a show full of two of the best college football teams in football. Georgia, of course, and LSU. Just stop doubting us. I told you to stop doubting us. Mississippi State, they only beaten us 3 times in the last 20 years, and it wasn't going to happen this past weekend. Dominant performance in the second half. We're the worst first half team in the world. If you want to bet something, LSU against LSU in the first half, and then just hammer them money line in the second half. That's the LSU trend.
I'll remember that. Yeah.
That's what we've learned so far. I mean, Brian Kelly, he's got that voodoo magic in the locker room, I'm telling you. But we got New Mexico this way. That's going to be win number 3. Road to 7 wins. That's all we need. All right, let's start off. Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Thursday Night Football. Anyone like anything?
That's a stay away from me. Public's all over West Virginia, and I kind of like West Virginia, so I'm going to avoid that one.
Yeah.
Kind of like the under.
I think those are two of the worst football teams I could possibly watch. But will I be watching? Absolutely. Georgia State, and Coastal Carolina. Georgia State fighting underdogs. Only 32% of the public on them. Do we like Georgia State against the Chanticleers?
Georgia State might be the best 0-3 team in the country. Actually, I'll say they are. I'll say they are. Best 0-3 team in the country.
I mean, this is insanity. You have a 3-0 team versus an 0-3 team, and yet the line's only 2.5.
Coastal's overrated.
Yeah, if the line was a little bigger, I'd probably go with Georgia State, but I'm not.
Maybe you buy that up to 3. Maybe buy it up to 3.5.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's not an official play for me. It is for Larson, but
it is absolutely an official play for me. Yeah, I love them. I took a money line and everything. I love them. So
I mean, they're telling you. Vegas is telling you. You know,
they're giving it to you.
Illinois and Chattanooga. Anyone got anything?
Go Mox. That's all I got on that one.
Virginia and Syracuse. Friday night in the Carrier Dome. Woo! That smells like a blowout.
Shout out to Syracuse for me and Larson. One of the best wins of my entire life.
Syracuse.
It was 9-3 in the middle of the third quarter, and we had the over in that shit catch.
I had a drunken 2K. I woke up and started taking shots because it's college football, And I was like, oh, what am I going to bet at 12 o'clock? And we had talked about this game on this show. And I was like, let's go. We're just going to throw 2K on this. I end up going to a pool party. Stop watching. It's 9-3 in the middle of the third quarter. I'm like, that thing's
You were pissed. Yeah, you were pissed.
45 points in the fourth quarter, including a touchdown with 4 seconds left in the game. I mean, that's what gambling's all about. I could lose 10K this year. Those moments are what it's all about.
Exactly.
All right. Anyone got anything other than my spiel? No one got anything? All right.
If I had to take a team, I'd take Syracuse because Virginia stinks. That's what I got.
Air Force and Nevada.
Nope.
Nevada's bad. Air Force is pretty good. What's the spread?
23.5.
24, 23, yeah.
I'm good on that.
After Air Force actually lost to Wyoming last week. Hilarious. Boise State and UTEP. In the game of the week, Kent State and Georgia. 44.5.
I was going to say Georgia. Me and Larson talked about this. I was going to say Georgia first quarter, but Kent State has a decent offense. They could come down and throw a punch and get a field goal or something in the first quarter and mess that up. So I'm good on that.
Kent State is going to be the team that scores against Georgia. That's a take I like to do.
They're better than South Carolina.
Yeah.
That could not be wrong. Michigan and Maryland, 17. Oh, I think I like the Fighting Terps here. Give me Maryland plus 17.
Michigan first quarter has been very good to me this season, and Michigan has played the softest out-of-conference schedule I've ever seen in my entire life. They play Hawaii,
very much.
UConn, horrible team.
Yeah.
So I don't have a read on Michigan, so I would say maybe first quarter. Other than that, I'm good.
Well, that's why I like Maryland. 25%. Everyone's hammering Michigan. They've been covering machine against the worst teams in football, but those are the worst teams in football. Maryland,
Michigan will score every time they get the ball. So
Talia Tagliova. All right, so we like over 64.5 too. I'll slam that one too.
There you go.
Sure.
If they're
Michigan's defense. Maryland's defense is awful. So.
All right, so we got Auburn, who just got off one of the worst slackings I've ever seen at Jordan-Hare Stadium against Missouri, and Auburn is getting 7.5-point favorites.
Rat line.
Like the Fighting Tigers?
I smell a rat.
Mizzou sucks.
They do.
Both of these
Auburn
teams suck.
Too. They're both
two shit teams. All right, I'm not betting that. Anyone betting it?
Nothing. No.
Rat line.
Miss State and Bowling Green.
Mississippi State first quarter, set -7. That's what I got.
It's not a bad
juicy.
one. It's not a bad one.
That's
Yeah.
juicy.
That's a push at worst.
Yeah, I
Alright.
like that. Put me down for that too. I like that.
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
All right. TCU and SMU. 70.5 that total set.
Give me
If you
SMU.
can get SMU, yeah.
Yeah, I take SMU. The public, like the TCU's, might be the most heavily bet team by the public this year or this week. They love TCU.
Really?
And
I got,
SMU.
I got a 53-47 split, and that line has
Oh,
dropped
boy.
from -1 to plus.
It's gone. It's gone all over the place. I see 90% of money and tickets on TCU, and SMU's fired up because they're playing their old coach. So I'll take the Mustangs at home.
Larson is a Mustang. All right, Kansas and Duke.
Yes.
Give me the fighting fucking Jayhawks.
I got Kansas. I bought him down to -7. I got Kansas.
I'm gonna keep riding the Jayhawk train.
I'm gonna take Duke +9. I got
fuck
Duke
you.
+9. Sorry about that.
It's
I don't
okay. I
care.
got him at 7. We got different
But
numbers.
but
so
Kansas
we can
could
both be
kill
happy.
Kansas could kill them. I mean they really could. So it'd be kind of funny to see Kansas win.
You believe in Les Miles? You believe
Les
in
Miles
him?
and the
That is
coach
not
there
Les
anymore.
Miles. That's
That
Lance
is not
Leopold.
there.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Dave
What?
Portnoy or something.
Portnoy went off about how
Yeah.
he's buying what Les Miles is selling in Kansas, and everybody looks around like it.
He ain't selling
This
shit.
guy. Who
He's
bets
probably,
more
he's
money?
probably selling used cars now.
Who bets more money, Chase or Dave Portnoy?
Hey, Portnoy. Guy bets
No. If we talk about ratios of income versus bets, it's Chase. Chase.
It had to be asked. It had to.
It really
Without a
is.
doubt. That's not even close though. He also makes way more money than I do. CMU and Penn State.
Nothing. Penn State. I think CMU is really bad. Are they not? I mean, I don't.
USF
I'm not going to
Louisville.
bet this game. But
My USF lock against Florida. I'm telling you guys, Florida. Is
wait.
better.
Oh,
Every
USF. Never mind. I like South Florida in that game. I'm not going to
Probably
make
the
it
right
a
side.
play. But
It's
yeah.
probably the right side. Yeah.
Pitt and Rhode Island. Buffalo and Eastern Michigan.
All right, let's just get
Oh
to the
yeah.
fucking
I have some.
Clemson
Oh wait,
game.
no. I got Eastern
No.
Michigan -4.
See, you don't know. You don't
Eastern
know.
Michigan -4. Yeah, Eastern Michigan's not bad. Buffalo's defense is awful, and Eastern Michigan's gonna just shred them. So Buffalo's actually played decent, but Eastern Michigan will turn it on. -4.
Where else can you get analysis on Buffalo's defense other than here?
There you go.
Thank
Who
you.
else was watching Buffalo, Coastal Carolina last week? You know.
Clemson and Wake Forest. One of the
Wake
games of
Forest
the
plus 7.5.
week.
Wake Forest covers. Wake Forest money line.
100%. I'm on Wake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. Actually, yeah.
Yep.
Give me Wake.
Actually, I don't like that. That was a backhanded shot. I don't like that.
Wait. I'm going to take the Demon. Are we all on the Demon Deacons? I'm going to take
All on the
Clemson
Demon
because
Deacons.
fuck you guys.
All right.
There were just too many people on Wake Forest. Like, we can't all be on it. So now y'all might hit. Massachusetts and Temple.
Next.
Yeah, not even me.
UCLA and the Buffaloes. Buffaloes are one of the worst teams in
Yeah.
college football.
That is the stinkiest game of the week. That because UCLA should have lost to South Alabama at home. Colorado might actually be the worst team in the country. No thanks.
Western Kentucky and FIU.
Oh,
Ohio
I don't
and Florida.
Nothing.
This is my play of the week. We got Tennessee and Florida. Tennessee -10.5. The Vols
I got
are
Florida
going to
plus
win
11.
by 42.
I got Florida plus 11.
I don't
Too
even
many
think
points.
this. I think this is the easiest bet of the week.
And that's why I love it.
Nope.
Florida plus 11. Too many points in
The
a row.
public is on Florida. The public's on Florida. Why Tennessee, who hasn't beaten Florida in 20 years? You got a Florida team that's played a tough game against a top 10 opponent in Kentucky and beaten a top 10 opponent in Utah. Is getting 11 points in a series that they have absolutely dominated.
You're literally making an argument for
Oh.
my side.
No,
You're literally making
No.
an argument for my side.
I-
Why is that line
no.
that way?
exactly.
It's gonna be,
Why
it's
is
gonna be
that
closer
line?
than you think. It's gonna be closer than you think.
What? Everyone's on Florida. Give me the
No, they're
balls. 4 touchdowns.
55% of the tickets are on Florida.
I have
And
59.
that's not a huge
And-
number.
Yeah,
But where's the money?
But when you have it's on Tennessee. The sharp money's
60% on
Tennessee.
Florida. The Sharps are
The
on
line-
Tennessee, though. Yeah.
I honestly think, and obviously, like this game, it's fucking football. But I think Tennessee is. I think they're going to absolutely smoke Florida. And part of me is because I hate Florida and think they're a terrible team. But part of it's also because I think Tennessee can score and run this one.
You got to see my angle here, though, as well. So if Florida covers 11, I win money. And if they don't, that means Florida got blown out and I get to laugh at Florida. So I really win either way here.
Yeah. Well, see,
It's a fair
I don't
point.
have that angle. And I want Tennessee to win because I want them coming in undefeated to Death Valley, where we're going to beat that ass.
Where Tennessee will be favored and I will be betting LSU.
I've said that since week 0.
Go
I'm
Tigers.
betting LSU when Tennessee comes to town.
UNC and Notre Dame.
This is
Stay
a
away.
crazy line. Yeah,
It's a pick 'em.
I see
Run
that.
away.
I see that too.
Yeah, I got it 1.5.
Public is big on UNC, but
I
Notre
know.
Dame is
that
bad
makes
enough.
me want to think Notre Dame.
Yeah, but I
They're
just
bad
don't-
enough that
there's-
I'm staying away. I'm
There's
running
no way
away.
I'm betting
Yeah.
on Notre Dame, bro.
There's no way I'm
Texas-
betting on Notre Dame.
Texas and
That's
Texas
exactly
Tech.
right.
Texas and Texas Tech.
Texas Tech plus 6.5. Guns up.
TTU.
Yes, I got Texas Tech plus 7. I think they can win the game outright. These games have been very close, especially in Lubbock recently.
Over
Between these two
90%
teams,
of the
very
public
close.
is on Texas as well.
Yeah,
Home
love Texas Tech.
underdog. Guns up.
Cincinnati and one of the worst teams in football, Indiana. The worst 3-0 team.
They're 3-0. Yeah.
Stay away. Indiana stinks.
I'll take the Bearcats minus 16.5. I'll get on them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
All right. Oh, one of the other big games this week. We got Michigan State at the Fighting Golden Gophers.
If I think Larson has some, if I had to pick, I would pick Minnesota, but I am not going to pick.
No, I don't have anything either. This is a game I want to stay away at all costs.
Toledo and San Diego State.
Nothing.
App State and JMU.
I would lean JMU.
I like JMU. Yeah, put me down for JMU. There's no way that App State can continue to pull out shit from their ass. I mean, it's too much.
Did we talk about Iowa State Baylor?
We didn't.
Did we
I
miss
was
it?
going to wait till the end, but
Go ahead. Yeah, I missed it. Go ahead.
take it.
I got
Yeah.
Iowa State. I got them at -1, so I basically got them in a pick 'em, and then the line's already up to like 3. I'm pretty sure.
2.5.
Yeah, I take Iowa State pick 'em too. At home, Baylor's overrated. These games recently have been very, very close. Iowa State has won 3 out of the last 5. And Iowa State's better than people think they are. So I think I love Iowa State, one of my favorites.
And we got Memphis and North Texas.
That sounds like an
You-
over game.
The U
I don't know
against
what it
Middle
is.
Tennessee State.
It does.
The U against Middle Tennessee State. I'm going to take MTSU.
Okay. I don't even know what the line
26
is.
and a half.
Look.
26.5. Know nothing about them. I just know Miami favored by 26.5 against anyone. Whew. That's rough because they suck offensively. Ole Miss and Tulsa.
Ole Miss
21.5.
-7 first quarter. That's an official. Ole Miss -7 first quarter.
I
Push
like
it worse.
that. I'll be there in there. I'll be in there with you. Oregon and
Last
Washington
week, by
State.
the way, real quick before we move on, I feel so dumb for not putting more money. Like Ole Miss -14.5. That was a little bit of cheese that Vegas gives you. Like
I had
the
that.
public had to be all over that. Georgia Tech is so awful. I should have put my house on that. They suck. They're awful. Anyways, continue.
Right
Tulsa
into that
and
Georgia Tech game because
UCF and Georgia Tech.
I got UCF. I was waiting for that. I'm glad you said that, Jake. I mean, yeah, Tech is so bad. Did you see what Lane Kiffin said about Jeff Collins? I mean, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever
Wait, what did he
heard in
say? I
college
didn't see that.
football.
He was like, we wanted to throw more with Luke, but he's like, you got to feel bad for that guy on the other sideline with the hot seat or whatever he's on. Like, dude,
Yeah,
I'd rather you call
he's
me
gone.
like a slur. That's
He's
so
gone.
bad.
Yeah,
Does
that's
UCF
so
UCF
embarrassing.
-6.5 first quarter? Anybody?
Ooh.
I'll
I could
take
hop in there.
every
I'll hop
single
in there.
UCF line there is. First quarter, half, game, everything.
Group play. Put me on that one too. First
I
quarter.
mean,
first.
Georgia Tech is so bad.
They are.
Oregon and Washington State. Give me Washington State plus a touchdown.
Love Wazoo.
Me too.
Wazoo.
Me too.
They can. I think they'll win this game. I really do. I think they win the game.
They beat Wisconsin at home earlier. Oregon coming off a big win. Everyone's hype on Oregon. It does kind of scare me that the public.
I-
is
If it gets to 7
heavy.
points, I'll take Wazoo. If it
So
gets to 7,
yeah,
6.5
I was gonna
scary.
say if you're betting it at 6.5, like don't bet this at 6.5. Buy a half point to 7 because these teams will score so much. It's very reasonable that Washington State loses by 7. So, but they'll win the game. So
Eastern Carolina and Navy. Arizona and
Navy's-
Cal.
Cal -3.
Cal -3.
Yeah, both of these teams suck, but they're very improved from last year. But Cal's just better.
Ball State and Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern, dude. The Eagles.
You're
I
going
like them.
you're going against your own plays though. You're betting with the public, heavy public on this one.
So I did it last week, and I think I won it like 80%. So it's a week by week thing.
I
Week
can't.
by
Hey,
week
I can't.
thing.
You're making money. I can't.
That's the
argue.
best thing to do after you start winning is to immediately go away from your strategy.
ODU and Arkansas State.
Nothing.
Utah and Rice. Or Houston and Rice.
Oh, I was okay.
Liberty and Akron.
Go ahead and do it. I know you want to. None of us have any plays.
Liberty. Kentucky versus NIU.
Nothing.
UNLV at Utah State.
Wait, did we miss Iowa Rutgers, or did you say that?
No,
I think that's coming up. It's
next.
actually a 7:00 game.
Hey, don't
surprisingly.
worry.
Iowa and Rutgers. Here we go. Under 33 and a half.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. Under 33 and a half. That's the lowest under I think I've seen in a college
I
football
got it at
game.
36.5. Thank God. But yeah, under. These teams stink. And I like
Rutgers-
I'm not going to make it a play, but I like Rutgers +7.
Rutgers has failed to score 17 points in 10 of their last 13 games versus FBS teams.
So, yeah, this is a
I love it even more. I love it
It's
even
a
more.
hammer.
And so they're only playing a really good defense.
I kind of like the +7.5 though, because like, is Iowa going to score 10? Like,
what I'm
I think
saying. Yeah, I mean-
10-7. 10-7
Nobody-
is around the possible.
First
Nobody
to 7
gambles
wins.
more in college football than Greg Schiano. Like, you can always count on him to account for the spread. I mean, you can't.
There's
you
also
love it.
statistics like when totals in games hit this low, the under hits at like a 65%
Yeah.
clip.
There's
It's
a reason the
actually
total
pretty
is low.
smart. It's
right.
pretty smart to bet the unders these low.
Here we go. Another game of the week. Texas A&M hosting the Pigs. I love Texas A&M.
I love.
I kind of do
Texas
too,
A&M.
but I'm not going to make it a play.
I
love
am going
Texas
Texas A&M -2.
Yep, I'm on A&M.
I am not. I am off the Pigs bandwagon.
Yeah, they.
I
Worst
watched-
pass defense in the FBS.
They-
I watched them. We watched Houston get exposed by Kansas. Or no, not. Well, I guess Cincinnati was a pretty good win. But for some reason, I thought they played Houston. But we watched South Carolina. That team was not good. And they ran up and down the field on Arkansas. I think Kyle Field's a huge home field advantage. That place is going to be crazy. Night game. You only have to win. You're basically a pick 'em. I like A&M.
And what's
love
the
A&M.
public? What is the public's consensus on this
Split.
game? They're
I
just
have
going to
it
look at the
split.
game. They're going to say no, but they're going to say Arkansas is really good, number 10. This is their year. Texas A&M, they lost to App State. They sucked against Miami, even though they won. The
Yeah.
public's going to take Arkansas, and they are. So it's a
I
stay
really-
away from me. But
I
Let's
really
grab
like
our
Texas
nuts with the
A&M.
Aggies. Let's grab our nuts with the Aggies.
What is going on?
whoa,
All right. Texas A&M. I got A&M. Alex got A&M. I'm hopping on the Aggies. I think that defense comes through, and I think Arkansas's defense is bad enough to where maybe A&M can finally score 27 points, like crack the 20-point barrier against a Division I team. That'd be nice. La Tech and South Alabama.
South
Nobody-
Alabama's been a covering machine. If you're
they have.
if you're into
They're a wagon right now, but
Marshall and Troy. Troy coming off that
that. Troy,
devastating
Troy,
loss.
Troy, 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 Troy.
I think
+3.
Troy might be my favorite bet of the entire week.
Troy. All right. Well, I'll
Troy.
get on Troy with you. Then.
They are going to come out very fired up and very inspired. Everyone will look at Marshall, and they are. All the casuals will look at Marshall and say, Marshall beat Notre Dame. Marshall's good, and Troy just lost. Marshall lost last week as a 17-point favorite to a very bad Bowling Green team. And Troy's at home, and they will be inspired. Troy will win. Give me Troy.
Troy. We like Troy. All right. Troy it up. Troyadelphia. All right. Alabama versus Vanderbilt. 40 and a half.
Okay, this is a weird one. Bear with me. Over total, both teams, 13.5 first quarter.
God.
I don't hate that at all, actually.
Alabama might get it themselves, but they could get 10, and Vandy could score a touchdown. Something. I don't feel that comfortable with the Alabama spread because I think it's at 13.5.
In the first quarter.
So I'm gonna go. It's something. It's weird. Somebody sent it to me today, and I like it. I'm gonna go over for the first quarter, 13.5.
I respect this Vanderbilt team enough, actually. That
got me 3
I think
wins, by the
that's
way.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there
Vanderbilt
over
money
2.5?
line. Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
over 2.5.
What?
The cash.
I kind of think Vanderbilt might cover in this game, but the public is on Vanderbilt, which makes me not like them as much.
Purdue and FAU.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Gross.
Miami of Ohio versus Northwestern.
Northwestern is so bad, and they
I
beat
like
Nebraska.
Miami. I like Miami of Ohio 7.5.
Yeah.
That's not a bad bet.
Give me those points. NC State versus the great UConn Huskies and Jim Moore.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Is he fired
They
yet?
gave- No, the
No.
goat
Is he
just
fired?
got there.
Yeah, he's
Just got
new.
there. He's new. They almost they competed with Utah State, baby. Wisconsin and Ohio State.
This is one that I'm not
Holy
going to
shit.
play, but if Ohio State beat Wisconsin by like 6 touchdowns, I would not be surprised.
I
Yes.
like the Buckeyes. I like
the Buckeyes 18.5.
Do y'all remember a few years ago, Ohio State played Nebraska in Columbus? It was the night game on ABC. It was supposed to be super cool, and Ohio State won by 50. I don't
Yeah.
ever bet with the public, so take a picture of this moment, but I will bet Ohio State too because I think
I like Ohio State
God,
too. I
it's-
think they're gonna Wisconsin, as they always do, are gonna have trouble putting up points, and I think Ohio
Yeah.
State will eventually explode. And we saw them score 77 last week. Hopefully, that's a sign of things to come, for our betting purposes. But I like Ohio State. Eventually, like we said on last week's show, Ohio State's gonna start reeling off wins, especially against bad Big teams where they're like 56-7, like shit like that. Like it's gonna happen.
this
They got
feels
too
like a
much talent.
31-0.
I was
going to
say 56-7 feels pretty good
Yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
that could easily be the score.
This might be our Georgia Tech. Wisconsin's not as bad as Georgia Tech, but this might be our Georgia Tech Ole Miss this week. Where
Yeah,
like, why
it's
didn't
a
we
very
put it out?
similar
Yeah.
spread. Arguably the game of the week coming up at 7:30, LSU versus the New Mexico Lobos, 31.5. No way I'm touching that. But if I was going to
I'm
bet,
touching that, dude. No
if I was
way.
going to bet, I'd probably bet with New Mexico. I don't even know shit about New Mexico.
New Mexico State first half spread.
No, it's not New Mexico
Yeah.
State. I think we'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah,
New
I-
Mexico State's
yeah.
awful.
I'm betting
I
New
have
Mexico State later.
Yeah, I have them as
New
well.
Mexico State minus 4.5 against the Flying Hawaiians, arguably
Let's go.
the worst team in football.
Horrible.
Shitty.
Literally.
Shitty. Minus 4.5.
Yeah.
Give me New Mexico State.
I agree. I'm on the Aggies too. They've only been favored 4 times in their last 31 games, but they've covered all 4. So they play well as a favorite.
Look at this guy.
So,
Look at this guy. Where are you going to get
give
fucking
me
stats like that? Where are you
New
going to get fucking
Mexico
stats like that?
State.
New Mexico State. I'm
Come
on
on.
there. See, you give me that stat, I'm jumping on. I'm jumping
There's
on.
there's no way you're betting Hawaii again. I know that.
No fucking way. Not after what Vanderbilt did to him. No way.
Has that sentence ever been muttered in the history of Earth? Not after what Vanderbilt did to him.
Yeah, probably not. Interesting here. FSU and Boston College. FSU big favorites. People starting to vibe with the Seminoles.
I'm good.
I
They're gonna
haven't
throw
seen
up
it
a
all.
stinker. I don't know when it's gonna be, but they're gonna throw up a stinker.
UL Monroe versus ULL. Dude, give me ULL minus 9.5.
All right.
Bro, that's the game of the week. Louisiana.
That's one of
There's
the
like
worst.
8 game of the weeks.
ULM is New Mexico traveling to Death Valley. That's such a fucking weird game. Like, how the fuck did New Mexico end up in Baton Rouge? So
It's called a bye game.
I know, but it's
Yeah.
just like why? Like, can't we find just like a local Louisiana team? Like, let's play Southern.
Y'all just beat the shit out of Southern
Play-
like 2 weeks ago.
Play Grambling.
We
Yeah.
play Grambling next year. When we
There it
yeah,
is.
it's the
released the
second game of the year
schedule,
because everybody thought it was the Georgia logo on the schedule.
everybody was like, "We play UGA. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?" And they had to like put out a tweet, "Guys, it's Grambling."
It's the Packers.
much. Oh shit! Lost
Uh-oh.
my headphones, guys.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
My play of the week is
Pac-12
coming up, and I'm
matchup.
excited.
Pac-12.
All right. Wyoming? No, never mind. Sorry, I skipped some games. Kansas State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma 12.5. Oklahoma, man, they've been a fucking wagon.
I teased Oklahoma down to -7, but that's not going to be an official. I don't think that's really an official play. So.
Yeah. I don't do that either. Kansas State always they always win this game, don't they? Or they always lose by a late
always-
field goal.
yeah, they always
no
lose
matter
by
what
close.
happens. So yeah.
All right, and I know everyone's going to be on this. Oregon State at home hosting the USC Trojans.
Yeah.
Oregon State, baby. Give me the ying, 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 ying. Is that the chainsaw? Is that what they do? Give me Oregon State. They're winning.
I will
All right.
take USC minus 5.5.
I'm taking
Whoa.
USC as well. I think USC blows them out. I think this is
That
the
game's down to
time.
5.5.
Lincoln Riley comes out and shows everybody.
Well, I got it at 7. So.
I was gonna say I got 7.5 for the record with Oregon State. I want
The
to
Sharps. The Sharps are on Oregon State. There's no doubt about
Big
it.
time.
Public's on USC, and you've seen this line drop, a 1.5 from 7 when it opened. I just think, I don't know, dude. I feel like everyone's been on USC every week, and everyone's been like, "Oh, USC's like, Fresno's going to cover.
USC's got
be
lucky.
easy." Yeah, but they still, I will
Jake
admit
Hader got hurt in that game.
They won the
Stanford
turnover
almost
battle a
backdoored.
bunch. That's a big part of it, winning the turnover battle. But I just think, I just think all the Sharps have been against USC in every one of their matchups, and they've covered every time. So I'm gonna ride it until the wheels fall off.
I will
Man,
say
I like-
the only way you're going to get a team that stands up with USC is a team with a really good offense, and that is Oregon State. And Oregon
Yeah,
State
I mean,
also has
this
the
line-
defense to like make this interesting. So plus the turnover luck.
Yeah.
Beavers.
All right. BYU and Wyoming,
Nothing.
Western Michigan and San Jose State,
Nothing.
Stanford and Washington.
Nothing.
And our last game of the night, Utah and Arizona State after Herm
Utah
Edwards
first
being
half.
fired.
Utah's -7 first half.
So I thought that, the Scott Frost firing would result in a
Yeah,
cover.
that didn't work.
Yeah,
That did not
I'm
work.
staying away.
I'm going the other way. I'm going Utah covers.
Okay,
That's
see,
fair. Yeah.
that's interesting. All right, well, that wraps up our show. Let's win some
I-
more money, guys.
I forgot
Oh,
to
you
give
got
my
one?
Oregon State stat.
Oh,
That I
Let's
think
hear
is
it. Let's hear it.
important.
I love it.
Go.
Let's hear it.
Since 2019, Oregon State has been an underdog in 22 games. They have covered 16 of them, and they've won 10 of them outright. And what coach has the most outright wins as an underdog since 2019? It would be none other than Jonathan Smith, Oregon State's head coach. So,
Fire up the
come
chainsaw,
on.
baby. Fire
I'm
up
still,
the
I'm still
Beavers.
going with USC, guys. Let's wrap up with the show with one of the most legendary songs of all time.